Many of us have had experience of working from home. For a few, this may be our everyday reality. For others, working from home on 1 or 2 days a week has been the norm. For most of us now, however, home working has become a prescribed activity, and for many, leading a team remotely is a new experience. Study after study has shown that working from home increases productivity, diminishes staff attrition, and leads to improved work-life balance. But it has to be said that many of these studies were undertaken in controlled environments, assessing only those who fit the criteria of having a separate dedicated space in which they could work, having adequate broadband connectivity, and most importantly, those who had volunteered to be home workers. In the circumstances we find ourselves now, not everyone will fit neatly into all of those categories. This is a situation that Jay found himself in. As the leader of a product management team, he was used to seeing his team on a day-to-day basis. And he realised quickly that he needed to come up with strategies to ensure that his home-working staff were still productive, still engaged, and still feeling that their contributions were adding value. He asked me for some help in coaching him through this new experience. I asked him to think about his problems in terms of Harman's whole brain model. What are the vital aspects of leadership that we need to focus on? And how do we continue to lead effectively even though our teams are not physically together? We started with blue thinking and focused on Jay's objectives. It's not rocket science to make sure that everyone understands and shares a common goal, but when your team is working remotely, it's even more important to ensure that everyone understands the purpose of the team. I asked Jay, would all your team be able to answer the question, what's the purpose of your team? More importantly, would they all answer the question the same way? Jay thought about this and resolved to ask his team these 2 questions. Number 1, what are the 5 most important deliverables of our team? And number 2, what does my manager expect the team to deliver? When he received their answers, Jay was amazed at the number of wildly differing answers he got. So that told him that his first task was to clarify what the team's purpose was. What were the most important areas for them to focus on, and what were his expectations of them? He spent quite some time preparing for a Zoom meeting with the team later that week, but by the end of their session, the team had gained clarity about their purpose, their priorities, and what Jay expected them to deliver. The next time we spoke, I asked Jay, now that the team is clear about their goals, what can you ask each team member to get them thinking about their individual contributions to the team's objective? These are the questions that Jay asked each team member to think about. What are the 5 most important deliverables of my role? What skills are required? How do I rank my current performance? And what do I need to do to improve on my deliverables? Jay talked about the responses in one-to-one sessions with each team member. He was able to clarify and to fine-tune individual goals and objectives, and also to determine their development needs to improve their performance. This, he felt, was vital, as he didn't want his team to feel that the company wasn't prepared to invest in them when they were working in such difficult circumstances. Now that he'd worked on the team's goals and direction, Jay realised that to be an effective remote leader, he had to consider other colours of leadership. The next time we talk, he said, I want to talk about helping the team develop team spirit, even though they can't be in the same place.